Hi, and welcome to this quick overview of the NetApp AltaVault Cloud Integrated Storage Appliance, the market-leading solution for protecting data to public and private cloud storage. In this introductory video, we'll show you that setting up an AltaVault appliance is an easy three-step process. The first step of deploying the AltaVault appliance is getting connected to a cloud provider. AltaVault works with a large selection of public and private cloud providers and encompasses over 90% of the cloud provider market. After logging into the appliance, we'll use the Cloud Settings wizard to connect to a cloud. You'll select your provider and provide the credentials and location to write the data you'll send from AltaVault. Set an encryption key, and then apply the settings to perform the initial connection. AltaVault will validate the connection, and once done, become ready for use. The second step of deploying the AltaVault appliance is to expose a NAS protocol and share. AltaVault offers SMB, NFS, Veritas Open Storage, or OST, and NetApp SnapMirror protocols to the backup infrastructure. We'll use SMB in this demo. From the GUI, we'll go to the SMB configuration page and add AltaVault to the Windows domain. Specify the domain, a domain administrator, and the credentials for the domain administrator as shown here, and then click Join Domain. Once AltaVault is added to the domain, you can add an SMB share. Specify the name to share it as and where internally on AltaVault data will be written. Then click Add Share. At this point, AltaVault is now ready to accept backups. The third step is configuring the backup application to drive data to AltaVault. The configuration of the backup application will consist of adding a device that points to AltaVault. For example, we'll use NetBackup. NetBackup uses storage units and will specify a new storage unit to point to this SMB share created on AltaVault. We'll give the storage unit a name and identify the UNC path to the SMB share. For the purposes of the demo, we'll skip over other options on this page and click Apply. NetBackup can now send data to AltaVault. With the setup complete, all that remains is to perform the backup. To perform this step, we'll modify an existing backup policy to point to the AltaVault storage unit, and then perform a test backup to show operations. The backup policy needs to be changed to point to the newly created storage unit created previously, so let's do that. There, done. Now, to test the backup, let's trigger a manual backup operation. Now that the backup is running, let's switch back over to AltaVault and take a look at the graphs of the operation. In the storage optimization report, we can see that we're receiving data. AltaVault optimizes and secures the data received by deduplicating, compressing, and encrypting the incoming data, as shown by the blue and red lines respectively. The green line in the secondary graph represents the deduplication ratio, which is a ratio of how much data has been received by AltaVault as compared to how much AltaVault has stored after optimization. Moving to the front-end throughput report, we can see that AltaVault is receiving the backup from NetBackup. Switching to the back-end throughput report, we can see the optimized data being sent to the cloud. The replication report shows the pending data that AltaVault needs to trickle out to the cloud depending on your connection speed. And finally, the Cloud Operations report shows the number of REST API operations that have been communicated with the cloud provider to get the data across to the cloud. With that, this concludes the quick demo on using AltaVault. In just minutes, we've configured and sent backups from a backup application to AltaVault and have secured them safely in the cloud. For more information, visit our page at www.netapp.com/AltaVault.